3-point stance. How many of you guys have heard when you're 40 stance, you crowd the line? Raise your hand if you've heard it. All right, pretty much most of you guys. Let me show you what crowding the line is. Now this is a general 3-point starting stance, and it gets tweaked from individual to individual. All of you guys already know which foot's your front foot, I'm assuming. Okay? So I know my left foot is my front foot. So whatever side of the line that they pulled this 40 off of, let's assume it's the back side of this line. Crowding the line is 1 foot length away from the line. So understanding that, my left foot will go forward. I'm going to take my right toe and I'm going to put it on the edge of the back of the line. Then I'm going to take my front foot, what would be my front foot, toe to heel. That's the position of my front foot running forward. Now, a general rule of thumb here, like I said, this will change individual to individual depending on how tall or how short you are. Again, you want your feet hip-width apart. Remember that bone I was telling you guys about? You want to line your toes up with that bone? That's hip-width apart. So, your general starting position, your feet are now hip-width apart. I want you to drop down. Now notice, I'm going to keep pressure on this stuff. Drop down so your knee is even with or maybe an inch in front of this toe for right now. Now when you get there, take your thumb and right in the middle of the knee and then drag it forward to the line. And then before you set up, you're going to get both hands on the ground. Alright? Now, what you're doing here, you're actually creating a balance spot for your body. So when you get up in this 3-point stance, you're not leaning to one side or falling over. Okay? Now, I don't know if you guys can see this. If I'm in this position, I'm going to take my shoulder blades and squeeze them together just like I'm having you do on that wall drill. Okay? From this position, look at where my heel is. If I'm leaning forward, I've got my butt on my heel, I got my hands in a good position right here. My front heel is about 2 inches off the ground. When you raise your hips up, gentlemen, you want that front heel to stay right in that position. As you raise your hips up, you're going to want your hips to be slightly higher than your shoulders. 2, 3, 4 inches. Not dramatic. And then you're going to lean in so you've got about 55 to 60% of the weight on the front hand and the ball of the front foot. Okay? Now, with that being said, finger position on your start. I want you to be on your thumb and these 3 fingers. Form a triangle or a tripod right there. Okay? I don't want you to put your hand flat. You don't have your hand straight ahead like you're on the football field. Don't flatten them this way. Put it down like that. Right in there. Alright? Get her in. Alright, I'm going to get him into a decent starting position because I'm getting too old to do this all the time. Alright, now which foot is your front foot when you look? Your right foot. Alright? Put your left toe up on the line. Now put your right toe on the back of your heel. Okay? Now from this position, that foot stays right where it's at. Now just come out and get your feet hip-width apart. Alright. Stand up. Put your toe on my toe. Now slide that foot back. Go on, slide it back. Go on, slide it way on back. Way on back. Way on back. Come on back. Come on back. Alright, now drop down so you're on, this knee is on the ground. Go on, put it on the ground. Ah, now see what you've done? You slid that foot back. Yeah, right there. Okay, now, another thing to be aware of in your start right here, get this knee in just about an inch, right there. You want to make sure you keep everything in line. So now that knee is forward, I'm going to adjust your foot just a little bit. I like that pressure though, right there. Okay, now, take your thumb in the middle of that knee, drag it forward. All right, now put both hands down on the ground. Now from this position, what I want you to do, squeeze back. All right, now, guys, this is going to be the key right here. Raise your hips up. Don't move that back toe. Go ahead and raise those hips up. About right here. Okay? Now from this position, this back heel needs to be about 4 inches off the ground. All right? Raise this arm up. All right, now this hand right here, relax your fingers. Relax, relax. Your thumb, you should be about 1 thumb width above your back. Put your head forward and down a little bit. Now lean in. Relax. Other hand on the ground. That was my fault. Other hand on the ground. Other hand down on the ground.
Your left hand's on the ground.
There you go. Relax your fingers. Relax your fingers. Relax, relax. Lean in just a little bit. Now, guys, look at this position. I'm going to make you hold that just for a second. Look at how his hips aren't really way up in the air. Hips are about 2-4 inches higher than his shoulders. Get that back flat. Head down just a little bit. That's a decent starting position. Relax. Now, I can tell you right now, don't move your feet. For him, this back foot is about 3 inches too far back. So slide that back foot up to about right here. Now don't move. Now take your front toe, slide it up to me. Now get back down and I want to see if this feels any better. Okay? Now, all right, get back down. Guys, don't forget, pay attention to the details. Squeeze. Now get your eyes forward and down. Now raise your hips up. Lean in just a little bit. Relax, but don't move your feet. Drop down. Guys, get out of the way. Good. How did that feel? Felt real good, didn't it? All right. Now, obviously you're on a gym floor and you're not wearing cleats, but I want you to get out. Now, when you come out, just fire out. Be aggressive. All right. Go ahead and raise up. Set. Flash finger. Lean in. Go. All right. That's exactly what I was looking for.